Two birth certificates, one baby, hidden in the lining of a luggage at Manchester Airport. And when border officers made this discovery, they had no idea they had just stumbled into a mystery. They had no idea what they were in for and the mystery behind this little girl's identity. And 2 years later, we still don't have all the answers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hadassa for Japa.ng, and we cover all immigration news, immigration tips, and Japa story about Nigerians outside Nigeria. And today's story is about a little girl we're calling Lucy, whose true identity remains a mystery even now. This isn't just another immigration story. It's about a child caught in the middle of a web of lies and a system trying to figure out what's best for someone who can't even speak for herself. So let's go back to that moment at Manchester Airport in June 2023. Border Force officers stopped this couple, Raphael, Ossai, and Oluwakemi, Olasanoye, traveling with a baby girl. Ossai claims he's the father, shows them a birth certificate with Olasanoye listed as the mother. Case closed, right? Well, wrong. The officers decide to search their luggage more thoroughly, and hidden in the lining, literally sewn into the fabric, they find a second birth certificate. This one names Ossai's British wife as the mother. Two birth certificates, two different mothers, one confused baby. Now, I don't know about you, but when I heard this detail, my mind immediately went to all of the possibilities. Like, was this human trafficking? Was it a desperate attempt at immigration fraud? Or was there something else entirely going on here? The couple gets arrested, plead guilty to immigration offenses, and get sentenced to 18 months in prison, followed by deportation. But here's where the story gets really complicated and heartbreaking. The High Court in Manchester starts digging deeper, trying to figure out who is this little girl really, and what they discovered through DNA testing changes everything. Lucy, that's what we're calling her, isn't related to any of these people, any of the adults, not Ossai, not his British wife, not Olasanoye, nobody. What's the true story? What's the real story? Well, Lucy was born in rural Nigeria in September 2022 to a young student who couldn't care for her. Her father was unknown, and when she was just 3 days old, 3 days, her mother voluntarily gave her up to an orphanage. Now, Ossai and his British wife were looking to adopt, and they were given permission to foster Lucy. And here's the crucial part. They were never authorized to adopt her or take her out of Nigeria. But Ossai took this tiny baby to a small flat in Lagos anyway, where he cared for her for 9 months before making that fateful journey to Manchester. Now, Ossai claims he took good care of Lucy, fed her properly, played music for her, kept her safe, is a music producer. But when social workers finally met Lucy in October 2023, when she was just over a year old, what they found was very devastating. The social worker said it was really sad when she first met Lucy. The little girl seemed like she didn't even realize she was actually a person. Can you imagine a 1-year-old child so disconnected from the world that she felt like she wasn't even present, even though she was surrounded by people? Lucy would panic when a foster carer left the room, had this extreme cry that was nearly impossible to soothe, and the social worker believed that this wasn't just trauma from the flight or being separated from Ossai. This was deeper neglect, being underfed and understimulated during those early crucial months. Meanwhile, Ossai and his British wife are fighting in court to get Lucy back. They're crying, saying they see her as their daughter, she's a precious gift. Ossai even argued that placing Lucy with white foster carers was wrong and that it would make her lose her cultural identity. But here's what really gets me. Judge Sir Jonathan Cohen had to make an impossible decision. He acknowledged that Ossai and his wife genuinely wanted to adopt Lucy, but their lies and actions had caused a very significant emotional harm. Lucy has now been in at least 3 different foster homes since arriving in the UK. In April, the judge ordered that Lucy be placed for adoption in the UK. Her name will be changed. She'll be given information about her heritage when she's older, but essentially, she's starting over again. Poor baby Lucy. She's the one paying the price for all of these adult decisions. She's been bounced between homes, separated from everyone she's ever known, and she doesn't even understand any of it. This story raises so many questions about international adoption and immigration. What do you think? Should Lucy have stayed with Ossai and his wife despite how she got to the UK? Or was the judge right to prioritize a legal placement over the emotional bonds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I'll see you in the next one.